Niles, I bet you're looking forward to playing golf with me today. Niles? Nala? Don't tell me you've booked to play with somebody else. That's such a guilty look. Who is it? Ugh, a Westie. Of course it is. I see how it is, Niles. I see how it is. Yes guys, we are back for another video here on Nick Does Golf, and as you can see, I have had my hair cut. I now feel like a new man. Gone is the homeless look. I've also lost weight, probably about 3 stone lighter now I've had that horrendous mop chopped. And I'm sure I am not the only one out there to feel exactly the same. But after today, I can guarantee that it's not going to look like this by the end of it, because it is currently ramming it down with rain. Look at the state of this out here. And it's currently getting worse. But not to be deterred, we are out here and we're going to do a challenge. Now, you're probably wondering what the challenge is going to be. Well, we're going to take it back to the first ever hole that I stood on when I did my first YouTube video. Yes, of course, it's the 4th of the blue here at the Shropshire, par 3 down the hill, pond in front of the green, large green to work with, okay, but swirling wind, trees cover it on the left hand side, playing roughly about 160. One of my favourite holes here at the Shropshire, if not my favourite. And normally the sun is beaming out and it's beautiful, but we're gonna have to make do with the English weather today. From here we're going to be using 5 balls, yes, those infamous 5 balls, the one that I used when I did my Bryson DeChambeau video, hitting the ball as far as I could. We're going to hit all 5 balls into the green and we're going to put them out to see what we score, both individually and overall. Target is to get under par. Make sure you drop a comment down below to let me know what you think I'm going to score. And whilst you're there, make sure you hit that red button, the subscribe button. Yes, you know you want to do it. 5 shots under par. Let's see if we can do this. So as you can see, there's 4 balls in the picture at the moment. The other one is over to that right hand side, the first ball. I've pushed that on a little bit and the wind off the left hand side has moved it into the rough on the right, just missing the green. But relatively happy with the shots that I've played, apart from the first one of course. Especially as I haven't really been able to get into some sort of stride or flow because of the intermittent thumping down of rain. Yes, you might want to call me a fair weather golfer, but chances are You probably are too. So I've managed to leave myself with a few opportunities for birdie. My aim is to get under par from here. If I can get up and down with each of them, I'll be very happy with that. But obviously the ultimate aim is to get under par. 2 under is going to be the aim. So the hood's going to have to come up for this one. Don't ask me why it looks like this. It looks like I'm about to drive a plane, one of them really old ones. We'll start with a chip onto the green and then work around it from there as we get nearer. So with the first 3 balls, I've managed to either get up and down or secure the 2 putt for the par. So I'm level par for 3 balls. 3 out of 5. The other 2 are really good birdie opportunities. Let's see if I can get to my target of 2 under overall for the 5 balls. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to birdie either of the last 2 opportunities. Quite tough putts actually. One was uphill left to right and the other one was downhill right to left. They are opposite putts really. But managed to par all of them, level par for the 5 balls in total. Now there's some things to take away from this. Number 1, don't play golf in the rain. It's just stupid. No, I'm joking. But on a serious level, what you can do by just dropping 2, 3, 4 golf balls down on one hole, if there's nobody behind you of course, this is beneficial because say for example you do miss the green and then the other 3, 4 balls you might hit the green with, this puts a little bit of pressure on yourself to see how good you are at recovering around the greens, depending on if you're in the rough, if you've gone in the bunker, and it provides a competitive element to it. This is ideal, especially when you head into a competition, whether it's club level, national level, whatever it may be. This is beneficial because you know that you can sort of get yourself out of these different scenarios. Number 2 is you can see the different lines, different gradients of the greens that you possibly might be playing. You may never have even hit a ball into a certain position on that green. So you might not have even known that there was a slope on that. It's good to test yourself because the chances of you having 15 feet left on every single green is virtually 0. So getting used to the different speeds, different length of stroke is definitely going to help you. Another one is, if you were to work back towards the tee box, is you might be able to play different shots off that tee. I know I didn't do this for the tee box and the par 3 that I was playing, but I'm comfortable hitting that 9-iron into that green. But for somebody that isn't sure on what club to hit, it's good to experiment, especially when you're creating yourself a competitive environment. If you're struggling to hit your natural shot, for example, and it's just simply not working, so it might mean that you're taking an extra club, for example, and taking a little bit out of the shot that you're playing. So you might play it at 70%, so you can get that little bit lower ball flight and to take the spin off it. There's some things to think about. I'm going to wrap this up in the car. So made it back into the car just before it decided to take it up a notch with the rain. I'm not sure who's controlling this, but it's getting beyond a joke now. So I think there's some really good things that you can take away by doing these challenges, whether it's on a hole by hole situation or you just do it on one hole every round. It's really good just to almost test yourself and put that competitive edge into your practice, into your rounds that you're playing, because when you actually get out on the course in a competition, it feels more natural. Everybody wants to feel more natural when they're playing golf over the golf ball, so they feel less pressure. And of course, the more that you practice these certain shots, get used to the greens, reading the greens. Okay, out there, I didn't read the greens because it was lashing it down and I didn't want to get soaked. But you see what I mean. You do get to see the different types of readings on the greens, different scenarios, whether you want to chip it high, do a low runner, the list goes on. You could do this with a friend, whether it's you hit 2 balls each and see what score you get at the end combining those. You can either play against each other or together. There's always going to be a good way of creating pressure for yourselves, and I guarantee this holds you in great stead for when it comes to playing competitive golf. So that concludes my video on this challenge, the 5-ball challenge, par 3, seeing what I score. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you hit that big red subscribe button down below. Also click the bell to get those notifications of every time I upload a video. Also, an essential, please go and follow my social media platforms, whether it's on Instagram, Twitter or TikTok. Everything that I post on there is relevant, well, mainly relevant to golf. It's going to help you. There's going to be challenges, tips, everything that you could possibly think of on a daily basis. Of course, if you have any queries, don't be afraid to direct message me on any of those platforms or leaving a comment on the videos on YouTube. In my next video, I've got something new to show you. So please make sure you tune in to this next one to find out what it is. Thanks very much for watching and see you all very soon.